Okay, we're live.
Hey guys! So Karina thought we needed to switch today, so it's Megan. I'm usually on the other side of the camera, but I'm going to be reading to y'all today. And we let Buttercup go, and she's walking around and roaming the office, so that's fun. She's actually squeaking in a hole in the wall. She's having a good time. Hopefully she won't mess with our computer over there.
She'll be fine.
Okay, so today we're going to read a very special critter.
Sorry.
So we've got some long books today, so we might not read as many, but we'll see how the day goes.
Butters.
She wants to be involved.
Okay, we need to take a step back. We need space. Okay.
So one day my teacher said, "A new critter is coming to our class tomorrow." I was glad. I hoped the new critter would be someone really cool. Then my teacher said, "Our new student is a very special critter. He can't walk, so he uses a wheelchair. I want you all to try to be very, very hard to make him feel at home." I was a little scared because I had never known anyone in a wheelchair before. I told my dad about it. He said, "Just because he's in a wheelchair doesn't mean he's any different than the rest of you. He probably just needs some special help once in a while." I thought that made sense. The next day, they brought the new student to our class. He looked scared. But his wheelchair was really cool. It had stickers of dinosaurs and funny monsters all over it. My teacher said, "This is our new student, Alex. We are very happy to have you in our class." Then we all introduced ourselves. Looks like she wants to lay down. Hey, Butter. Can you give me a new joke? I'll hold you.
I hold
Nope.
not the hole.
I was curious about Alex, so was everyone else. At recess, we all talked to Alex. Some critters asked questions about his wheelchair. He didn't seem to mind. At first, everyone in the class thought Alex needed a lot of help. We were wrong. He got almost anywhere he wants in his wheelchair. Once in a while, he needs a little push to get over a bump. His wheelchair can't go upstairs, so he rolls it up the special ramp at school. His wheelchair has pouches to carry his books and things he needs for school, and sometimes he even carries my books for me. Sometimes Alex needs help reaching things way up high. Sometimes I do too. He plays games in the playground with the rest of us. When we play dodgeball, he always gets the most people out, and he's great at volleyball. He does have a little trouble with hide and seek though. He's hiding behind that tree. Yeah.
Why?
He's playing hide and seek. So Alex rides a special bus. It has a lift that takes his wheelchair up and down. We take turns helping him to the bus. They're nice to his new friend, aren't they? Alex likes the same things my other friends like. He plays with race cars and dinosaurs, and he loves Super Critter. For our Halloween party at school, Alex dressed up like a car. He had the best costume in the whole school. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's a good artist too. He won an art contest at school, and our class got an ice cream party. Once in a while, something will come up that Alex needs help with. But it's no big deal. Sometimes I need him to help me too. My dad was right about Alex. Even though he's a special critter, he's just one of the gang. That's pretty.
The end.
Amen.
Got commentary from the Kirkwood children.
Yeah.
Okay, so Biscuit wants to play. I think Buttercup wants to play too. It is so windy outside. And I almost didn't bring her because it was windy last week too. But she did get out to play the other day. And so hopefully we can behave. Okay.
Food.
Woof, woof. What's in the basket, Biscuit? Meow. It's Daisy. Meow, meow. Daisy has 2 kittens. Woof, woof. Biscuit wants to play with the kittens. Meow, meow. The want to play with a leaf. Woof, woof. Biscuit wants to play too. Hey, you're giving me a rope burn on my elbow. Woof. Biscuit sees his ball. Meow, meow. The kittens see a cricket. Woof, woof. Biscuit wants to play too. Meow, meow. The kittens see a butterfly. I think they might have ADD. Meow, meow. The kittens run. The kittens jump. Meow, meow. The kittens are stuck in the tree. Woof. Biscuit sees the kittens. They got too curious. Woof, woof, woof. Biscuit can help the kittens. Woof, woof. Biscuit wants to play with the kittens. Meow, meow. The kittens want to play with Biscuit too, but he helped them. And they're curious. They're all chasing the butterfly. Are you scratching your head? Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so we're gonna read one more book. This is a long one, The Magic School Bus. So starting on Fridays, we're gonna have some science experiments that we post. So we did a science experiment with some ivory soap, and that's gonna go up on Friday. We're gonna do another one with some milk, probably next Friday. And we did another experiment, but it did not work. So we're gonna try to figure out why it didn't work and see if we can get that going again. Do I smell good? Yeah? Okay.
Just like hurry up and read.
So the Magic School Bus goes bad. Oh, going batty. I wonder where Miss Frizzle will be flying off to tonight. You never know. I thought Miss Frizzle was a little batty. Our teacher, Miss Frizzle, loves field trips. In fact, she loves them so much she even took our parents on one. It all started on Parents' Night. I think I saw this episode. We were all busy putting up our nocturnal animals display in the classroom. Everywhere you look, there were animals that come out at night. Owls, possums, raccoons, moths. The place looked great. The only thing missing was Miss Frizzle. And our parents would be there any minute. Suddenly, the classroom door swung open and a stranger rushed in. Poor Arnold, he thought the visitor was a real vampire. She's biting my shoe. But it was only Ralphie in disguise. Ralphie pulled off his mask and laughed. Knock it off, Ralphie, Keisha scolded him. There's no such things as vampires. Ralphie shook his head. That's what you think, he argued. Bats are just vampires in disguise. And to prove it, Ralphie read to us from his vampire comic book. The vampire looked around the room of half humans, half bats, and he said, "Attention, my beloved children. At last, the moment I've been waiting for is here. It's just me, your ordinary creature of the night." We didn't pay too much attention to Ralphie. He still had to prepare a display in the attic, too. We climbed the stairs carrying stuffed possums, coyotes, nighthawks, and bobcats. Whoa, it's dark up here, Wanda explained. Why don't I go get a flashlight? Ralphie offered. Keisha laughed. What's the matter, Mr. Vampire Expert? Afraid of the dark? I'm not afraid. I just can't see, that's all, Ralphie said. Maybe you can't see, Ralphie, Carl said, but that bat up there, he can. Small brown bat hung upside down from one of the attic beams. This little guy was fast asleep. Wow, Dorothy Ann said excitedly. A real creature of the night. Whoosh! The bat awoke and flew right over our heads. Does your eye itch? She's itchy.
She is.
Don't hurt it. Don't let it get me. I don't want to be turned into a vampire. Just then, we heard a creaking noise coming from the wooden beams above. There was a blast of wind. Someone or something swung down from above. It was a large creature, half human and half bat. Good evening, class, the creature said in a scary Transylvania accent. We all breathed a big sigh of relief. It was just Miss Frizzle, dressed like a bat lady. I see you found my creature of the night, Miss Frizzle said, pointing at the bat. Come, don't be afraid. Let me show you the secrets of being nocturnal. When you are a creature of the night, you wear the color of night, so you won't be seen by your enemies. You stay hidden until the sun has set, and you feed only during the night. So dark of night and keen of craft, of all night flyers, the masters of bats. That's just the kind of thing a vampire would say. Ralphie, You read too many comic books. Beep, beep. Outside, we could hear the magic school bus signaling Miss Frizzle. Our parents had arrived. We were all excited that Miss Frizzle would finally meet our parents, except Ralphie, that is. Ralphie was convinced Miss Frizzle was a vampire. Ralphie, stop being such a pain in the neck. You think I'm a pain in the neck? Just wait. Your attention, please, Miss Frizzle called. I thought of the parents-only portion of the evening. We might go someplace a little more breathtaking. We all stared at her. A field trip for our parents. Miss Frizzle turned and headed toward the magic school bus. Come along. I won't bite. Do you need kisses? And don't you worry about the children. They'll be taken care of. That was all Ralphie needed to hear. Yikes! We're next, he gasped. I wonder where Miss Frizzle's taking them, Tim asked as he watched our parents drive off in the magic school bus. Vroom. Just then, Liz pulled up on a very strange-looking motorcycle, complete with sidecars. I don't know, Ralphie replied, leaping into a sidecar, but we have to find out. We each buckled ourselves into a sidecar. With Liz in the driver's seat, we followed the magic school bus way into the country and across a narrow road that led into an island. The bus stopped in front of an old, crumbling castle. Okay, guys, if a wizard is driving a motor car, don't get in it, okay? For everybody.
Why?
Don't drive. Follow that bus. I thought
Oh yeah, I don't know.
We watched through the bushes as Miss Frizzle opened the castle doors. A swarm of bats zoomed out into the dark night. Why would Miss Frizzle bring our parents to a place full of bats, Wanda asked. And mosquitoes, Dorothy Ann added, swatting at a bug. Because she's a vampire, that's why, Ralphie said. Ralphie, Keisha said. Miss Frizzle can't be a vampire because vampires don't exist. And I'm sure there's a perfectly logical explanation for all of this, and I'm going to find out what it is. So she ran up to the castle doors. Wanda tried opening the door, but the knob came off in her hand. We certainly weren't getting into the castle that way. Admit it, Ralphie, Keisha said. This vampire thing is a bunch of junk. Ralphie peered into a nearby window. Oh yeah? Then explain why Miss Frizzle is making our parents drink blood. Keisha moved over next to Ralphie and looked through the window. Hold it, she called back to us. It's not blood, it's tomato juice. Carl slapped at his arm. Get away, you bloodsuckers, he yelled. Vampires? Ralphie asked nervously. No, mosquitoes, Carl answered. A few bats swooped down from a nearby tree. More bats, Ralphie screamed. To the creatures of the night, long may we fly together. We watched in fear as the bats flew closer and closer. One bat circled above Arnold's head. It opened its mouth and captured a mosquito in midair. The bats don't want to eat us, Phoebe said. They want to eat the mosquitoes, which proves they aren't vampires, Keisha explained, looking straight at Ralphie. We peeked in the window of the castle. Miss Frizzle led our parents around the corner and into the next room. Hundreds of tiny pink bats, tiny pink bat babies hung from the ceiling. Aren't those bat babies cute, Phoebe asked. Keisha pointed to a mother bat feeding one of her young. See, Ralphie, she explained, bats are mammals, not vampires. Their babies drink milk, not blood. Ralphie looked through the window. His face turned white. Get down, he whispered. The frizz is coming. Ralphie raced across the moonlight courtyard to the magic school bus. Ralphie, what are you trying to do? Wanda cried out. Get us out of here, Ralphie called out from the driver's window. It seemed like a good plan. We followed Ralphie into the bus. There was, however, one slight problem with Ralphie's plan. Ralphie didn't know how to drive. He looked at the dashboard. He spotted a button with a bat on it. Ralphie pushed the button, and the bus spun around widely. Nice one, Ralphie. You turned the bus into a bat. And this is turning into a field trip. Ugh. The magic school bus sprouted bat wings. Its windshield grew eyes and ears popped from its fenders. The magic school bus had become the magic school bat. I knew I should have stayed home tonight. That's Arnold. I know who that is exactly. It was dark outside. We couldn't see a thing. What if we crash into something, Arnold asked. Uh-oh, big trees at 12 o'clock, Wanda called out. We didn't need to worry. The bus flew easily between the trees. Awesome. How does the bus keep from running into stuff? Carlos asked. The bat now, that's how, Keisha answered. It knows how to get around in the dark. I think it has something to do with the pinging sound. Every time that magic school bat opened its mouth, it let out a high-pitched ping. Then its ears would wiggle. I think it's listening to the echo of each ping, Tim said. I don't know about you guys, but that pinging is killing my ears, Arnold moaned. He put on some earmuffs to muffle the sound. Keisha knew that was the pings were really important. When the sound hits an object and bounces back, she explained, the bus hears the echo and knows the object is there. It uses echoes to locate. Phoebe thought out loud, echolocation. Bats don't need to see with their eyes. They see with their ears. Cool, said Wanda. Bats use sound to get around. Come on, Ralphie, admit it, Keisha urged. Bats are cool, and if you were a night animal, you'd want to be one. I would not, answered Ralphie quickly. Then he thought about it. A bat could fly back to the castle in the dark, find a way inside, and save his parents from Count Frigula. The thought of his mom turning into a vampire made Ralphie so determined that he pushed all the buttons on the dashboard. Ralphie's finger landed on a button that had a picture of a kid with bat wings on it. Before we knew it, we'd all turned into bats. This wasn't exactly what I had in mind, Ralphie admitted, but the rest of us thought turning into bats was kind of exciting. I love being a bat. I can go up to 60 miles an hour. Or snag a moth on the wing with your wings. Oh, okay. Yikes, says Arnold. Arnold didn't seem to be having any fun. I wish I could turn off the moon, he said with a shiver. This light is giving me the creeps. Suddenly, Carla screamed out into the darkness. Owl alert! Owl alert! Arnold asked. Just then, a great horned owl swooped down from a high tree branch. He tried to use his sharp, strong claws to capture Arnold and Tim. It's a good thing Arnold and Tim were hanging upside down because they could move quickly. They flew out of the owl's way, leaving the big bird with nothing to grab but air. Then they headed to a nearby tree, where the rest of us were hanging around. That's why the bats avoid light. Our enemies can see us in it, Keisha explained to Arnold and Tim. What if Ralphie's right and the Frizz is a vampire? I'm trying not to think about it. At last, that moment I've been waiting for has come. We heard Miss Frizzle say, prepare yourselves. Who would like to be my first victim? Take me, Miss Frizzle, one of the grown-ups called out. Keisha could barely believe her super-sensitive bat ears. Her grandmother was volunteering to be Miss Frizzle's victim? Ralphie was right. The Frizz was a vampire. Keisha flew into an air shaft and led inside the castle. Don't you dare bite my grandmother, she cried out. We couldn't let Keisha battle Count Frigula alone. We followed her down the shaft and used echolocation to fly safely through the castle. In the distance, we could hear the grown-ups' voices. I can't believe I let you do this to me, Keisha's grandmother said. My neck will be sore for a week, Ralphie's mother added. Maybe we should have stayed home tonight, Arnold's mother groaned. Will the kids suffer the same fate we did? Baby's father asked. And Frizz laughed. Of course, they're mine too, aren't they? What will we do? We can't let the Frizz get away with this. We have to make sure she never does this again, Ralphie whispered to Keisha. We zoomed into the next room and discovered Miss Frizzle hadn't turned our parents into bats at all. She had simply shown them how it feels to be a bat by helping them hang upside down from a chandelier. Miss Frizzle, as my Keisha always says, your field trips are simply magical. Is it just me, or do those bats look like our kids? She doesn't know the half of it. We had to leave before Miss Frizzle spotted us. We swooped past the chandelier and didn't stop flying until we were safely outside. Ralphie looked embarrassed. I'm sorry, he said. I was just really wrong about the Frizz. She's not a vampire. She's just a really good teacher who gets wrapped up in her work. Then Ralphie did something amazing. He admitted he was wrong about bats too. Okay, they're not vampires, he said. They're nocturnal animals that use echolocation to fly at night. They come out at night to feed on insects, not human blood. Ralphie turned to Keisha. Happy now? He asked her. Keisha may be happy, but the bat news is we're still bats, Carlos joked. Thanks for reminding us, Carlos, Phoebe giggled. Beep beep. The magic school bus flew by with Liz at the wheel. It stopped just long enough for us to fly on board. Before we knew it, we were transformed from bats back into kids. What do you know? It's our kids, Arnold's father said, as he left the castle. Ralphie's mother looked him squarely in the eye. I know that guilty look, Ralphie, she said. What's going on? Miss Frizzle put her arm around Ralphie. Oh, I'm sure they were just hanging out, she answered with a smile. Right, Miss Frizzle? Ralphie agreed. And that's all. I think that's it. Because I don't know if I want to have another one.
Real good.
Okay. You did so good though, Megan.
Thank you.
And Buttercup, you did a very good job of paying attention too.
She was quite alert.
Shailene said hi to Megan and Buttercup. And hi, Marcy and Kara, Mackie, and Aaron are all watching too.
Aw, hi everybody.
Hi.
And everybody's kids, so that's going to be Braxton and Clayton and Aspen. Who else? Oh, Brad is here and Clayton is here. So it's good to see y'all, and we will see y'all next Wednesday, 10 a.m. One of us will be reading, and I'm sure Buttercup will too. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.